Life.
Yes.
All right. So I know we need just a minute or two to get some people in here, but um, we are doing a live.
I already ate all my snack.
You already had a snack.
Yeah.
What?
I got hungry. You took too long.
What do you mean I took too long?
You took too long.
Well, this is the first time going live on a collab. So I have my sister, my little sister. We're doing our first live. So everybody remember to please be to be considerate, responsible, happy, all that kind of stuff. No bad stuff.
No, no, no.
She actually, how many subscribers did you get so far?
I am almost at 80.
You're almost at 80. Wow, that's wonderful. So Alina, she says hi. Hi, Nini.
Hi, Nini.
All right. So this is kind of cool. I've done live before, but I've never done a collab. Now
I
this is
didn't even know you can do it.
yeah, this is gonna kind of give you a little bit of a setup on how to do live because you haven't done your live yet.
Nope.
All right. Okay. So right now there are 3 people who are watching. And this
hello.
is Sonia behind the camera. She's always behind the camera watching, making sure that we have everybody leaving good remarks, nothing bad. So she's always back there, and it's always nice that if there's nobody who joins the chat, we can talk to her.
Yeah, because I'm
So,
so fun to talk to.
yes. So, Clara, tell us a little bit about your channel. What is your channel about?
Mostly just workouts and chickens.
Chickens. Okay, so
Yes.
Clara's my little sister. I have 3 sisters. All of my sisters have chickens except for me.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I'm the only sister who does not have a chicken. Maybe we'll change that. Oh, but okay, so talking about chickens because we've got some stuff here that says we're going to talk about dogs and chickens. So I breed dogs. A lot of people will look at my YouTube and see that I breed German Shepherds and dogs, but chickens. Kind of give us a overview on your channel, like what kind of chickens you have. Do you hatch? Do you sell eggs? What do you kind of do?
Well, I have all kinds of chickens. I have Brahmas, I have Silver Lace, I have Polish, I have Silkies. I mean, I have a lot of them. I started recently getting roosters, so I incubate my own eggs, hatch my own baby chickens, and that's just no. I don't sell eggs because I have new egg layers. I don't really have enough eggs producing right now.
Okay. So how has this winter storm and that been affecting your chickens, like outside of that? What have you been doing to make sure that they're okay and healthy?
I just been putting a tarp around them, heat lamp, just to make sure that they're good, have hot water, food. But they don't usually leave. They stay in their coop to stay warm.
Okay. So anybody who's joining right now and watching, I am doing my first live collab with my sister. We're going to be talking. I'm more on the dog side. I don't have chickens. She has chickens, but she doesn't have dogs. She's had dogs before.
Yes.
But right now we're just kind of going through. We just had this big second Arctic blast where we are. We're in Illinois, and the temperatures have just been crazy. Do you want to give a shout out to Alina? She just popped in and said hi.
Hi, Leni.
I.
So with winter care for any animal, be it dog, cat, chickens, whatnot, you always want to make sure that your animals, if you have them outside or in a protective place, you want to make sure that they have water that's not frozen, that they have access to food, and that they're clean. They have some clean bedding.
Yes,
Now
and
what?
chickens, if they don't have water, they have a really hard time. They don't lay eggs, so they have to almost constantly have water.
Okay. Do your chickens lay eggs in the winter, or do they stop laying eggs in winter?
Well, my chickens that I have now are newer chickens. They are not that old, but they just started recently laying, so I have eggs through the winter. My
Okay.
older chickens that I have are not laying yet again until it gets a little bit warmer.
Okay. So we have Blue Pizza GT who just sent a smiley face to you. So if you want to say hi to Blue Pizza GT.
Hello, Blue Pizza.
Okay. So um, I'm obviously over here snacking. Me and my sister, we have many things in common. Um, Not just animals. She actually also does workouts and different exercising videos on her channel. And
Yes.
do you want to tell us a little bit about your journey from, because your journey is actually kind of at an end. You're at a more maintaining,
Yeah.
where I am just kind of starting my rethinking diet and food. So you've been an inspiration to me about doing this. So if you want to say a little bit about what your journey has been, what's on your YouTube channel about the workout.
Well, the journey it's been long. It's I had my last baby 3 years ago, and my weight I got up to 220, and I just decided. I mean, working out, diet, exercise, no sugar really. Just trying to maintain my weight. People used to say that I lost too much weight, and they started thinking I was sick. So now I'm in the process of building more muscle and losing weight right now.
Okay. So,
And
so a lot of people might not know this, but muscle weighs more than fat. So,
yes.
and
Well,
why did you decide no sugar? Why, like me, I'm not really worried about sugars. I'm more calorie counting and stuff. Why did you go more no sugar? What was the reason behind that?
I realize eating more sugar, you get more bloated. You can put on more fat. It stores easily because it's sugar. Um, and also, if you eat it, you want to crave it more and more, and that just really don't help with building muscle or even trying to lose weight.
Mm, see, with me, it's just a little bit different. Where the way that I'm kind of dieting is I'm watching calories. So whether something has sugar or not, like for instance, right here in front of me, I'm kind of having my breakfast lunch because I woke up, exercised, and I'm sure you did the same thing. Woke up,
Yep.
exercised. I have a cheese stick, some baby pickles, a little bit of bacon, and a
Mm.
no sugar root beer. So it's just kind of my breakfast lunch meal. And I do have a packet of seaweed here that I'm going to open in a second. But what would be your normal like breakfast? Do you eat breakfast, or do you kind of have a breakfast lunch? What?
Well, uh before I work out, I usually try to eat some almonds or even the cheese stick. That's really good protein, so your stomach don't get upset.
So
Um,
you do eat something before you exercise.
a little bit because when you move too much and you get overheated, you tend to get your stomach upset sometimes, especially when you're running on a treadmill, you're sweating a lot, so you need something that's in your stomach so you don't feel like you're gonna die or pass out.
Yeah. See, that's a little bit different for me because I know that right now you're at a more intense level of exercise than me. So
Hmm.
when I exercise, I do like a 3 mile multi walking video that I have on YouTube. and I'm actually fasting when I exercise because I don't want to eat before I exercise. I want to go into exercise fasting.
Yeah.
But okay, so the reason why we were talking, if anybody's on right now looking, we were talking about exercise, not to get off topic about talking about dogs and chickens, but we were talking about my sister's channel, which again, her channel is kind of a multifaceted channel where she talks about her chicken, raising the lifestyle, healthy chicken, eggs, all that kind of stuff. And she also does do exercise and health videos. So, um, let's see what else. So, what kind of chickens do you plan on adding to your group right now? What kind of chickens do you actually have an eye out for?
Um, I am actually looking for chickens that lay a lot and that are bigger because we also do eat chickens, our chickens as well. We don't just breed them, we eat them. Especially with everything going up, it's nice to have chickens that are more more meat.
Okay, so you want to be able to have more chickens that are more hardy, that are more
Yes,
bulky, so that
yes.
way if you do or when you do swallow them or sell them, that they are, they're big. They're not all just bone.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I had a lot of chicken breeds that are just when you they look big, but they are just feathers and they don't have any meat hardy. So,
Okay. All right. And are there certain breeds that you said that you were wanting to look for?
um, Brahmas are really good breeds, even meat chickens. But meat chickens, they can die easily. They can have heart failure. They can overheat. It's just
And those are the chickens that grow really, really fast.
yes, and they eat a lot.
Okay. Um. So eggs. Eggs are a big part of the chickens. Do you
Hmm.
have different sizes of eggs or different colors of eggs that you get?
Yes, I have. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll show you.
Okay. All right. So again, excuse me for eating because like I said, I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's definitely lunchtime. So, all right, what do we got?
I have a green egg. They're pretty big.
And who lays those?
Olive acres.
Okay.
And then I have dark brown. See a little pointier.
Mhm.
These are cuckoo marlins.
Oh, now those are just a solid egg. Some of them have like little specks on them.
I'm sorry?
Some of those, some eggs that I see, like brown eggs, will have like little specks on them.
Yes. Well, these ones I don't have any specks right now.
Okay.
And then I have a white and a blue. These are laid by Easter eggers or Americanas.
Okay.
Um, this one I'm not too sure who laid it. It's a
Okay.
newer egg. The difference between newer eggs and older eggs.
So when a chicken starts laying, are their eggs usually smaller and they get bigger as they get older, or do they stay the same no matter the age?
Um, yes, they start out smaller and then they get bigger. But sometimes they stay the same size. It depends on the breed of the chicken.
Okay. And what age do chickens usually start laying?
Mm, between
Or
6
just
or 7
figures?
months.
Okay. And whenever they start laying, do you actually give them special food to help them lay, or do they need something extra when they're laying as opposed to them not laying eggs?
No, they all eat the same layer feed food. It has a whole bunch of vitamins for them, so it don't really matter if they're laying or not because they are still creating eggs. even the roosters have the same food.
Okay. So do you think that if you like did some kind of egg supplement or something like that, that there would be a big difference in producing of eggs or quality of eggs?
It will make the eggs more harder on the outside of the shells, and the yolk may be a different color, but not really much. Like when I start getting chickens, some of the eggs were really soft where you touch them or they break.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have to get them oyster shells to eat. And those are like little rock things that help make the egg on the outside a lot more tougher.
Okay, so it doesn't break as easy.
Right.
Okay. Do you use like egg laying boxes, or do you just kind of let them free roam and just lay wherever they want?
Well, I do have a chicken coop and it has nesting boxes. They will go. I used to have chickens that laid underneath my chicken coop, so I'd have to get eggs, but they eventually will get used to the nesting boxes.
Okay.
They will see other chickens laying in there and they'll most likely lay the same in that nesting box.
Okay. So about how many chickens do you have right now?
Um, I want to say almost 30.
Okay. And when they're in active laying season or time, about how many eggs do you think you get? You know, on a good day when you're going out checking your eggs.
Uh, well, 8 of those chickens are babies. They are around 5 months,
Okay.
so they're not laying yet. The other ones, a good day, 7, 8 eggs a day right now, but there's still some new layers that are not laying yet.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else. So I gotta ask, what's your favorite kind of chicken that you have right now? Because I know you have different kinds, but do you have a certain?
I have a little Silky. She is a mini. She's like this big. She's really hairy. She is my favorite. And then I have a Polish. He has like an afro. He looks cool with his little hair.
Okay. And they have been in. I do believe I've seen that Polish in some of your shorts where he's a black one with all
Fluff, yes.
you can't see its face.
Oh, I plan to get a couple more of those. Maybe prettier colors.
Okay. Um. Now I know that I've looked, and again, I don't have chickens myself, but if I were to get a chicken, um, I would probably want a chicken that lays bigger eggs, not necessarily that lays all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, um, something that I can kind of not have to worry about having a whole refrigerator full of eggs. You know, we do eat eggs, but not a lot of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
But um, do you know of a kind of a chicken that would be something that I would be looking for like that? Like a chicken that doesn't lay a lot of small eggs, but does some pretty bigger eggs.
Well, the black Monarcha, I think, is a breed that lays pretty good eggs.
Mm. And is
And
that in your coop right now, or is that something that you look to be ordering?
that is something I am looking into. I might get it down the road, but we'll see. They are very hard to find and come by.
A black Minorca. Oh, there goes my dogs. My dogs are letting me know that the male person is in the front of the house. All right. Well, speaking of dogs, let's switch a little bit and talk about dogs. So, you've had a dog before. You've had a really, really cute puppy.
Yes.
Um, Unfortunately, I ended up taking him over because he ate your air conditioner.
Yes.
But yep. So we'll talk a little bit about dogs now. So, Um, dogs. So I've done quite a few videos on my my dogs. I breed and raise German shepherds, and one of my latest videos that I did um, is getting a little bit of, I'd say, in my lower baby YouTube channel, is getting a little bit of notoriety. I'm basically talking about the heat cycle, the mating, the tie. You know, a lot of the things that people don't usually talk about. It's usually censored or frowned upon. So when I made this video, it's actually got your puppy in it. Silver's in it. So Silver did belong to my sister, and right now I am trying to use him as a stud. And with this video, when you seen it, did you think that it was offensive? Did you think, hey, really, you should show stuff like that? Because what I did was I actually showed the whole process of introducing the male to the female, what happens when they first kind of start interacting, the mating, the lock, and then what happens afterward.
Well, in all honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a dog lock before, so it was actually something different I learned.
Okay, so you were looking at it more as a
Educational.
educational
Yes.
and not something perverse or gross.
No.
Okay. All right. Because I actually had one prior video also before that, and I did show again another mating, and I was on the wall about it. I'm like, a lot of people aren't
Are you
showing
watching a video?
this.
No, mommy's life.
Who's with you?
No. Liam.
Okay. Um, but a lot of people don't show the actual process of the dogs around each other and mate.
Hmm.
And if they do show it, they don't go through what's happening and what's going on. I have seen so many people ask about what do you need to do to responsibly breed dogs, and a lot of the things that I tell them, they're like, "Wow, I didn't know that." Like for instance, you don't breed a dog under 2 years of age. It's just like if you breed them when they're younger, it's like having your teenage preteen, people have babies. So you do not want to breed a dog under 2 years. You want to make sure that if you're breeding a dog, that you're breeding a dog that has been health tested, that have had their PINHIP, their OFA, that have, you know, gone through a lot of selection. You don't just put two dogs together and say, hey, let's make a baby. Um, so you have been here when we've had puppies,
Yes.
and not everybody is set up to have puppies. I mean, I've seen horror videos where people have, their dogs in just bad areas, but you yourself, do you see yourself ever raising or breeding dogs?
Um. No, I don't. It's definitely. It looks like a hard process. I don't know if I can handle that much. Chickens are a lot easier
Yeah.
for me. For me.
Yeah. Um, so again, this is just kind of a live. Again, my sister, she is celebrating 80 subscribers. Um, and she's able to go live now. So we're doing our first ever collab together. We're live, and it's cool to kind of see this working because I have my phone set up here, but I'm watching on my computer so that
Mhm.
way I can keep an eye on, who's watching, how many people watch me, all that kind of stuff. So I do. Um, I would suggest that whenever you start doing your lives too, that you might have a little bit more of a setup because before I started doing my lives, um, before I had my computer, I had my phone there, and like right now, you're just kind of looking, but you can't really see what's going on. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that secondary screen where you can watch. Like right now, I see there's 5 people watching. I see Alina and smiley faces and that. So it's really, really cool to be able to have a second screen to watch when you're doing lives. But all right, so we have been live now for 24 minutes, and it has just been really, really cool. This is my first ever live collab. So
Yes. My first ever live.
live, yes. Now this, I don't think is. I don't. Did it pop up on your side as live for you, or did it ask you to join my live?
All right.
Okay. All right. So whenever you do your live next time, it might actually count as your first live when you do it yourself instead of joining. I don't know that for sure, but all right. So let's get back a little bit into your chickens, okay? Because that's kind of what is on the topic: dogs and chickens.
All right.
So whenever you're doing weather change from like winter to spring and then into summer, what kind of things do you change during the seasons to keep your chickens happy and healthy and like just kind of I know that you put a garden on the side of them.
Yes. We actually use the chicken poop when we clean it in our garden because it helps the garden grow as a mulch. So, and also when the garden's growing, the chickens like nibbling on the stuff that's going into the coop. They love greens, they love grass, they love all kinds of fruits and vegetables.
Okay. And when you're doing your garden, most of it or some of it does go into where the chickens are eating.
Um, um, they, well, when it grows a lot, they
Sounds
are
like
able
chickens
to
ready for
eat
lunch.
from it. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's nice because the kids are around and they're kind of like, "What's mommy doing?" But so, are there things that you actually grow? What things that you grow that you can actually give chickens? Because I know there's some stuff you can't give chickens. But for instance, what do you give chickens?
Um, well, we just, I mean, when we have grass, finally, we just go around, pick some grass. Um, we grow corn. They love the fresh corn. Some cilantro. You're not supposed to give them tomatoes of any kind, but I have never had a chicken die from a tomato or tomato plant.
Well, didn't you used to also put like cold watermelon in the refrigerator and then give them cold watermelon?
Yes, yes, they love cold watermelon. They love cold cantaloupe, and in the summer when it's really hot, you sometimes put little pieces in the freezer so you can put it in their water so they can have like fresh cold water of watermelon.
And do you know? I know that sometimes I hear like dewormers for chickens. Do you know what kind of stuff is a natural dewormer for chickens?
Yes, pumpkins. Pumpkins are natural dewormers. That's we usually grow a lot of pumpkins and give it to them, so they love pumpkins.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at 29 minutes and it's a little bit before 12:30. Well, how does it feel to have your first live?
It feels good. My throat kind of hurts.
But see, that's why whenever I do my live, I always have a drink And
Yeah.
like I said, like right now, I have to snack a little bit while we're here because, um, but I actually dropped your link for your channel in the description. And again, it's a little bit of chickens and just kind of family stuff and also exercising and fitness.
Yes.
Um, Before we end up wrapping this up, is there anything that you want to say about your channel or kind of what's going on? Or,
No, it's just a farm channel, silly channel, workout channel. Um, just a little bit of farm and family life.
okay, are you going to invite everybody to your channel? Like, subscribe, go and check it
Yes.
out.
Go like and subscribe. I gotta get 1,000 subscribers, just like you.
Mm. Now, it definitely takes a lot of work and dedication, and
Yes.
seeing you come so far already is awesome. And I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that people do go and find your channel and do check it out because, like I said, I mean, when they're on my channel and they see that basically dogs, family, and just kind of life, you're
Mhm.
basically the same thing, but it's chickens, family, and life.
Like,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so very, very, very cool. Um, and do you want to tell them your name of your channel?
Just Clara's channel.
Just Claire's channel?
Yes, just Clara's channel.
Okay, well, the link is in the description. And like I said, it's just kind of a nice, cool little video that we're doing. Checking this out because, like I said, this is my first ever collab, and it's cool to see the screen split.
Mhm.
So whenever you can go back and you can watch this, you can see my screen that's usually a full screen is split. You got half of it, and I got half of it. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is. All
Um,
right. Well, I gotta get the baby some lunch.
okay,
Thank you
so
for the
what I'm
collab.
yes, well, thank you for coming and thank you for doing this. Now, this is kind of the part where we're going to kind of learn because I'm not going to end the stream on my end. I want to see if you can end it on your end and see what happens. So,
All right. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank
all
you.
righty.
Like and
Bye.
subscribe.
Alina said bye bye. Let's see what happens. All right. So it's still live. And all right. So just seeing that it's going to just me now. So that was pretty cool. I have never done a collab before, not even a live collab. So that was the first time that I did a collab. That was my younger sister, and on her channel, it's in the description. Her channel's basically kind of like mine, but instead of having dogs and that, she has chickens. So very, very cool. If you have chickens in that, or if you're wanting to see some different kind of fitness and exercise videos, her channel has that. Um, so right now, since she was talking about chickens, I'm going to talk a little bit more about dogs to keep on track with what kind of got in the title. So again, one of my latest videos, and give me feedback on what you think. If you're watching this, my collab partner, my sister, she had to go ahead and take care of home stuff, but um, we're going to talk a little bit about dogs, just one on one. So, I raised German Shepherds, and my last video I posted was about the basically heat, mating, tie, all that kind of stuff, uncensored. And I was kind of, again, on the fence about posting it. Um, I've seen a lot of people who will censor the actual kind of act on, dogs mating and tying and that. And to me, I kind of was like, you know what? What I'm going to show you is nothing bad. It's educational. It's done in a respectable manner. It's done with love because I look at my dogs as family members. Um, so this last video, I was waiting and waiting and waiting to get awful comments. I was waiting for people to comment very negative stuff about, being gross and all that stuff. But I was honestly very surprised and happy that a lot of people were posting, thank you. Thank you for helping me learn about this. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for making it into an educational video. Because when you do something like breeding dogs, um, a lot of people take that for granted because when you mate dogs, you need to have just the basic common sense to make sure that they're health tested. You need to make sure that your dogs are healthy and happy. You need to make sure that you're not doing it for selfish reasons like, oh, I want Fido over here to have his first litter because I love him so much and I want him to have a puppy. No. When you put two dogs together responsibly, you do it because you want to better the breed, better the dogs. If you're not set up or if you're not capable of taking care of puppies, then you need to make sure that you have your dog spayed and neutered. Um, I grew up in different parts, Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and that I grew up in different parts, and I always seen a lot of stray street dogs and that had puppies, or people who had puppies and dogs that never got them fixed. So there was Alina says, I love dogs and chickens. Wonderful. I love dogs and maybe chickens in the future. But um taking care of a litter of puppies is not as easy as people think. You just throw them in a box and mom will take care of them and whatnot. There are complications that can arise and happen. Um, when you breed two dogs, and this is very, very important because I hate seeing videos where people do this, where they will hold the female and force a mating, or they will tie paws together. Um, that is something that I find extremely disturbing, and I do not think that breeding should be done in that manner. When I breed my dogs, I used to kind of let them kind of free roam in the backyard and breed, but I found that a little dangerous, especially because sometimes my females wanted to try to bolt or they would move around really, really a lot. They were trying to get away. Not that they were hurt or anything, it's just that they were scared and they weren't really knowing kind of what's going on. So I moved my breeding program into my garage where I have my 6x6 metal cage, and I'll introduce the dogs and let them kind of see, a female will not always accept a male. Okay. Um, she might not be ready. It might be too early. She might not just want to accept a male. It could be past time. So when I put my two dogs that I look at and say, hey, these two going together would make not just beautiful puppies, but great puppies. They will have great temperaments. They will come, with great health benefits in that. So when I put two dogs together, I am in there 100% of the time to make sure because I want to physically see them lock. I don't want to guess. So when I'm in there, I also want to make sure that I'm in there and I'm comforting the female because my females are, after they mate, they want that attention. They kind of want to move around. And the males usually are really, really good and they try to stay still. Um, so I'm in there trying to make sure that the female tries to stay as still as possible, not be antsy, not be stressful. So that way she does, not do anything to hurt herself or the male. Also, aftercare, after they separate, is important too, because you want to make sure that, the male does have his parts go back inside. You don't want them hanging out and getting hurt. The female, you want to make sure that she does have a good clean break. And you want to make sure that she doesn't go outside to go to the bathroom for about an hour or so. So you definitely want to breed in their stages. So again, I was on the wall about showing the actual act of dogs mating. And I was just like, you know what? There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing perverse about it, or at least the way and the basically the way that I am showing you it. There's nothing perverse about it. I'm not doing big close-ups of the act. I'm not. It's definitely something that when you're a breeder, you have to make sure that you're looking at different signals for dogs. Um, you've got to know, are they happy and flirty? Are they a little offensive? Is the female just always going away from the male? Is she always sitting down? Is she not ready yet? I always keep water in there with them when they are mating because sometimes, especially the males doing all the work, it does, take a toll on them. What else? So I am, and I will continue to do many videos on dogs, on breeding, on, the do's and don'ts of breeding, and just to keep everybody educated. And if my dogs are going to have puppies, and again, I have a lot of other videos of birthing puppies and taking care of puppies and, the different types of puppies. It's something that I love doing and I will continue to do. So, with that, I am going to go ahead and end this live. I do want to thank everybody who has stopped by. I know there's an Alina out there. I know there's Big Blue Pizza GT out there. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and check out the first ever collab with my sister and me. It was very, very exciting. And I hope that you go and check out her channel, subscribe, like she's at, I do believe, 80 subscribers. So yeah, we're trying to get her up to that 100 mark. Um, I remember not a couple months ago, but just about 8 months ago when I was, starting to, it was hard, because you don't really have people that to reach out to kind of help, help your channel grow. So I'm hoping that definitely she'll be able to grow because she does amazing with her chickens and her videos. And I wish her all the best. And I can't wait till she actually does her first live on her own end. But again, if you haven't taken the time to check out any of my other videos, go back, check them out, like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate constructive and positive comments. Everybody has an opinion and it's totally respected. But again, just remember to be kind, respectful, and you know, that's all I ask. But we are going to get ready to end. And with that, I will see you in the next video. So, see you.
I gotta say
Bye
bye
bye.
bye too.
Yes, Tonia's got to say
Bye
bye bye.
bye.